Want you to come sing along with me. Let's have a sing along, Sabah. Let's get everyone singing in the house. If you claim that you can't sing, shut up. Everybody can sing. Graham Hancock's coming back round after 20 odd years. Now he's saying it's not about crust shifts to cause global cataclysms. It's a meteorite band coming around to give us a burst that's gonna kill us all, and we'll all be dead unless, of course, you have a nice big ark or a cave. Something funny going on in the world. I don't know what's going on in the world, but it's fucking strange. And boy, do I wish I never eaten a magic mushroom ever. Just to... Maybe it's happening naturally, I might say. Right. There was a farmer that had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, yeah. What are you going to do for the next decade? What's your 10-year plan, Laura? Bum around, play guitar. Bum around, play guitar. Because quite frankly, Graham Hancock screwed up my world perspective very young. I haven't been compensated for the fact that he kind of basically abused my brain on the farm at the age of 14. Because, I mean, no schools were teaching that, were they? None of the schools were teaching that. Listening. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, motherfuckers. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm blind, but traps and snares. Yeah, traps and snares, we've already come. And it was grace that brought us safe thus far. And grace will Yep. Take you down to the... Where should we go? Should we go to the streets of London? Let me take you by the hand and lead you to the streets of London. I'd go there if I could be asked, but it costs me money and no one gives me any. Kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes. In his eyes you see no pride and held loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. How can I and say for you that the sun don't shine? I'll show you something that will help you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who works down the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and clothes all in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps on walking, carrying her home in to carry her back. How can you tell me that you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? I'll show you something that'll help you change your mind. You know, at this time of year, you think you should probably go into London and start helping homeless people, shouldn't you? Like, you know, the propaganda film movie world and stuff. And I was like singing for a couple of charities and choirs and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, no. You know, charities, they could do more. They feed people Tesco sandwiches. And from what I can tell, interrelationships aren't, because they people that find themselves on the street probably find themselves come from a dysfunctional family in the first place, and so then it's a dysfunctional extension of that, because there's dysfunctional people and then they get involved with each other and then they call in and they get restraining orders and there's police and there's crap and there's bullshit, and it's just like, oh, is this just the cattle market for the authorities? Just have a field day and lock up foreigners, get some people in the prisons. It's not like you see on the films where it's all pretty and glowing. And you watch the films and you go, oh, look at this, yeah, the Christmas films that always like encourage people to go out and be like helping the homeless people. London. In his eyes you see no pride and held loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. And say for you the sun don't shine. Just found that. Look how old that is. Where did I get this from? See, I was just listening to another musician just saying how much he hates people and he hopes you'll drop dead of the flu or get nuked and you don't really give a fuck. And I was like, I'd listen to that, but it's kind of all been done. He thinks he's being all risque singing that, but they actually do a lot of that on BBC Wanker 6. Yeah, they employ all the youth that have got disgruntled and hope everybody dies of flu or gets nuked. They actually employ them, actually give them playtime on the air. But it's a different demographic. It doesn't matter if you're black or white or whatever colour you are. There's always someone going on about, oh, I'm going to be moody and put that into a lyric and it's going to be so risque. You think you're cutting edge, but it's just like, no, it's just like occupational therapy. Because if you're a musician, you sing about everything, right? Sing about everything. God, you should have seen me. Whole universe was trying to push me down Tupac routes. It was trying to push me down Tupac routes and get me using the N-word and everything. And you know what people are like with that. They even employed police, Mickey Mouse police, the Met police, to try and get me provoked as well. I thought, no, I'm not playing that game. Got too big an understanding of the universe. I'm more of a Graham Hancock girl, a bit of a nerd. Don't really particularly want to play your pretentious little fucking genre-based crap. Weren't really into being Tupac, a white female Tupac. Thanks anyway, black people, for trying to employ my talents and my freestyling and rapping skills. Thank you, black people. You show more interest in my skills than white people than these honky bitches and bastards do. Let's all get controversial. What? Have you seen the old man across the market, kicking up his papers in his worn out shoes? In his eyes he's seen no pride and held his lip by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. Indus tribe, industry town, you sold your soul, you clown. How can you tell me you're lonely and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who works the streets of London, and dirt in her hair and clothes all in rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking and carrying her home into carrier bags. How can you tell me that you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. There's a big shout out to all the whingers and moaners and bitching about their shit and how shit their life is, but they're probably watching this through a screen with a bit of electricity, eh? Me personally, I relate to that song because I couldn't pay my rent. This is my parents' house. My parents' house. If I didn't have parents, I'd be the crazy bitch in that song. And quite frankly, I'm not the sort of person that can ask for help. So I wouldn't be going, could somebody buy me a guitar so I can at least try and make some money? Probably lose that on like day 3 and then you'd just be like, yeah. Crisis. day. Only problem is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. Dream, 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 dream. 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 Yeah, dream, yeah, What's this? What's this? I should really do my own work, but you know, see that? Can you see that box? That's my own work. That's a decade of my own work. It's a decade of my own work for any pussy hole that wants to manage an artist. Because that's what they used to do back in the day. You do the writing, you do the guitar, you know, composing, and then somebody else puts you in the studio and lives off your back like a colonel off an Elvis, and then you do very little in the creative department. The creative gets on the creative stuff, and then somebody else does the employing. And let's manage this bitch. Let's make some money off this bitch. I'm not saying it's all good in that box, but I'm fucking telling you, I've got at least 10 hit songs up my fucking arm. After being a connoisseur of music most of my life, you know, in the modern world. Not playing my other stuff over these chords. Yeah, this is just the dream ones, and I'll give you some rewards for staying, sticking, tuning in, and coming with me from the beginning. I'll show you something extra special if you stay the distance. Cupid, drop back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart for me, yeah. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Now I don't mean to bother you, but I'm in distress, the danger of me losing all my happiness. For I love the girl who doesn't know I exist. and this you can't fix. This you can't fix. So Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart for me, for no one else but me. Cupid, he's hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me. Now Cupid, if your arrow makes a lover of me strong, I promise I will love her till eternity. I know between you and me, you can steal her heart, so help me if you will. Help me if you will, my son. Yeah. Cupid, drop back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart for me. Only learned that yesterday, I do apologise. Scribbled it yesterday, yeah, that yesterday. I figured they're my new Streets of London singing songs. Give it a bingo, Amazing Grace. Dream. Medieval. Round and round like you're busking bitches, and they're in a fake game, and they're all fucking phony as fuck, 'cause they don't even know your name. 'Cause if they were real in the game, if they were real, if the industry was real, they would have swallowed this one like a pill rather than making it ill, trying to make her actually existentially sick with the industrial sycophantic arresting the person unlawfully, rat things. But you know, life can be over in a blink, and they made that quite distinct. How to dispose of in a cell. And you think people like Jeffrey Einstein killing themselves in a still is real? No, just murder. And did he even cop a fill of underage people? Probably not. We just forgot how devious and sly people are when it comes to the money guy. And if they offend off the god too much, they just get squished. Who gives a fuck in the grand scheme of things? Just nuke them all on the street like the other artists were saying. I hope they all die of flu or get nuked. Because there are some people, I'd like to say that I'm one of them. Magic mushrooms, micro dots, tabs, liquid acid, MD, ecstasy, all the regular stuff that you find around London and fields and stuff. And having an SIA badge, security license. Working at the O2 Arena, coming from a massive background, was bringing all this great stuff to the table in hip hop and stuff. And, you know, you go to people around that are exonerated with university tags and peers and probably like other things, and they're younger than you. It's like it's an ongoing theme, like people trying to persecute the sort of talent, you know, if you know what I mean. And I know I've got talent. I know my true worth, and I'm talking on TikTok. So you're very blessed. You're welcome. You know, you're catching me here. You're more than like lucky to even catch this glimpse, rare glimpses, before one catapults themselves into the stratosphere and is a total success of themselves. Don't get me wrong, right? So I'm jumping on here. Lucky. Watch and learn. Because the people, my predecessors, didn't help. People around you don't help. They're just competitive, Indus tribe, whatever's people trying to aspire. And then it's like they're all in their own game. And you're like, you might as well be on the fucking moon or anywhere. You're like, there's not anybody around you talking to you. You're in social circles. No help whatsoever. And you're like, you're putting all the legwork in, you're doing a lot of work, you're performing a lot for free, you're jamming with bands, you're getting all this experience and stuff, and not one person pays, and if they do, it's a can of beer in a venue, and you're like, free drink, and I've just like sung my lungs out for what exactly? And you go, what is it all about? They expect you to just be self-funding, self-sustaining nothingness. And then you find yourself sitting on the floor out for your tits in Camden on slippery slopes, and someone might throw chocolate bars at you or get a bit of food. And it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? People struggling artists. And it's a bit elitist even there. Even the people that sit on the floor and the people that think, you know, they're not, what are they? It's like cliquey. It's not the gangs of London. But, you know, hedonistically, you're thinking, yeah, you punks. What is it? Territorial. I'm not a fucking animal. I'm not a dog. Like, should I just go around pissing on the lamppost and say, this is mine? Am I safe here? Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Don't want to do that. And then you go into pubs and you say, well, is there anyone into the business of, like, you know, recording or just get serious about something? Maybe recording a Christmas song, because then everybody can live off royalties. If you've got savvy like Simon Cowell, you can pick up a triangle or just do this on the track and you get a royalty. But no, it's like you're mixing in these social circles, and all they're doing is just judging you and putting you down, or trying to take strips off of you because of the monumental background that you actually have got, and there's some sort of supremacy around it. So, well, no, you're not the favourite, it's competitive. This one's our favourite. This is our favourite, come from university. Or this, or this, or this, or this. It's like, fuck off. Just fuck off. It's occupational therapy. Fucking you live on a farm, it's a shithole. Everything's shit. You shouldn't be fighting each other. You shouldn't be doing this. You should just be like elevating where you can if you've got the savvy or the know-how. If you've got the money, get the backing. But it's like, no, you have to risk stuff. And people are always trying to take strips off you. Like, they say, what are you doing that? Putting something in my pocket in front of security. You're trying to do this. It's like being gotten at by 101 different vultures.